this idea that you want to do what is good, you want to do what is right, you want to do what pleases God. But then, for some reason, man, we always do the opposite. Not always, but sometimes. Like, we feel as though we've got this hypocritical type of side to us. Like, I hope you, unless if you're just perfect. If you're perfect, then I'm not talking to you. But there's always these times that I feel like there's these two hands where I want to do what is right, I want to do what is godly, I want to do these things. But then, man, like, somebody just cuts me off in traffic. And so I feel as though I need to wreck into them or something. You know, like I'm going to teach them a lesson. But like, something happens with our hands where it's even Paul in Romans 7, whenever it says, like, I want to do what is right, but I always do what is wrong. It's like schizophrenic Paul. He's like, I want to do these things, but I never do these things. And so what happens in our lives, especially, is we can relate to this video because it's like our nature tells us to do something else, right? Like, I want to do, and like, we really have good intentions. We really want to do these good things, but sometimes that word comes out, and like, we blew everything, right? Everything just happens. So what I want us to talk about this morning is really that type of idea. That really we have these times where we're just kind of like these two different people. And we get so frustrated with people who don't believe in Christ because they call us hypocrites. The truth is, we are, right? We all live that sort of way. Sometimes it's two-faced. And we say we believe this thing, but we live in such a way so it gives us a picture of Jesus that's totally inaccurate. But the truth is, and we'll get to the end of it, the grace of God covers all those things. And so, I think it's not necessarily we just want to do that, like we want to be evil, but I think we allow some distractions to kind of get in the way. Here's what I want to focus on like this. There's a time in all of our lives, I hope for you, but there's this time where Jesus became everything to us. Like, it didn't happen, you know people have done this, but Jesus became the center of their life. For me, it happened whenever I was about 12 years old. Jesus became the center of my life, and he was everything to me. And so I became that annoying Christian that I went to talk to everybody. Like, I didn't care who you were, I was going to talk about Jesus. So if we were on the football team, I'd say, hey man, I'm a Christian, we need to talk about Jesus, when do you want to do that? So I'd give it up then, I did decide we were going to talk about it, but we were going to talk about it because the conversation was going to happen. So for some reason, like my life, it centered around Jesus, right? And so he was the forefront, he was the middle of everything. And so then I kind of fell into this thing of like, about a couple of years later, I was doing this different thing. Like, I lived this way, but I said I lived this way. So Jesus is everything, but I'm also living this way. That doesn't really match up. But I don't think that, in my mind, I don't think it was really that I just was this evil person who was trying to get out and get everybody. I think what happened was there's these different distractions that kind of got in the way of Jesus. So we've kind of talked about this for a long time here at Praise, but here's where I need 9 o'clock to be interactive. Okay? Will you be interactive? Say yes or no. Yes. Let's try it again. Will you be interactive? Say yes or no. Yes. Okay, I want you to tell me a couple of things in your life that take up the most amount of time in your life. You just call it out. What takes it? Okay. Let's go slow. Okay. We'll say school's one. We'll say football.
Facebook.
College football. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized. That's the Texas team, wasn't it? Okay, college football. That kind of goes in there. What else?
Facebook.
Color guard. You know, it'd be really bad if you guys gave me something I couldn't spell. I'd be trying to figure out something else. What else?
Music. Facebook.
Facebook. Halo.
Minecraft.
I'm going to put that down because I don't think I admit it. Halo 4. I know you do. Halo 4. Excellent. Halo 4. What else takes up a lot of your time? Huh?
I know a bunch of people go on Twitter.
Okay, music does. Okay. I'm going to... What did you say? Twitter? Twitter? Instagram.
Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft, is that what you said?
Minecraft.
Alright, so how do you spell Minecraft? I'm going to be honest.
Minecraft.
M-I-N-E?
Yeah.
M-I-N-E. Craft? Like crafts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Craft.
Wow.
Okay. Now, is there ever any like,
Kind of.
you know, like Minecraft 4 or
No.
just straight up Minecraft?
It's
I
Minecraft.
play this game, man. I got a kid. Alright. What else?
Minecraft is amazing.
No.
It is.
Basketball?
Baseball.
Okay, we'll do basketball. Fine. What else we got? Soccer? Somebody say soccer? Okay. Is that with two C's? I'm just kidding. Is it E-R?
Yeah.
I don't care. You guys can do it.
Softball. Baseball.
Extracurricular activities. No. We'll do after school. Okay. Activities. That's even pushing. That's with 3 eyes. I don't know if you know that. Okay? After school activities. You say banjo? Banjo lessons? I think it's fun. I go with it. No. Oh, Lord. After school activities is all activity. Alright.
Bad after school activities.
Dynasty. I'm not going to lie about that. Wednesdays turn into Duck Dynasty Wednesdays. If anybody watch Duck Dynasty in this room, please tell me to be honest. So you don't care. Okay, it's fine. Phil Robinson. Duck Dynasty. Okay. I'm going to put music right here. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my job. Okay? My job. And I'll try to reference it like this. My son's 15 months old. He just turned 15 months old. I love my son. Great kid. He just got shots on Thursday. I almost punched the nurse in the throat. Okay? Something happens in my heart whenever somebody hurts my kid. I just want to. So, one thing that we do with Caden is probably the funniest thing that we do, in my opinion. But we stack things up. Like, it could be anything. We stack a bunch of blocks to where it's 15 miles high or whatever. We stack up a bunch of these little cups, or we stack up some of the stuffed animals. We stack up these things. And I can take these things, and I can put them on the opposite side of the room. And something happens when he sees something of his that's very, very tall. He runs, and he tackles that junk. Like, he thinks that stuff needs to be dead. And so he'll run, and he'll tackle all that stuff over. And so in much in the same way, that's a lot of my job. In my opinion, my job as a youth pastor is to deconstruct some things and reconstruct some things. Caden is so legit at deconstruction. Like, he can knock those things over to where he'll smash this thing to smithereens. Okay? He'll be down. The hard part about Caden is he can't reconstruct it. Like, he'll try to stack it, but he'll fall over and poop his pants. He's 15 months old, so he does it. So he does that sort of thing. So my job, though, and if you notice, I do this every single week, is to deconstruct some things, but then try to reconstruct it in a godly manner, or in a godly biblical format. Now, what happens is we will come to a point in our lives where Jesus is everything in our heart. He's everything to us. And then slowly, things start to pile up around it. Okay? So the reason we have these hands of doing separate things is not because we don't love Jesus. It's because we've let certain things get in the way of that. So if we're not careful, all of a sudden, we've got soccer, school, the Dynasty, baseball, color guard, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Halo 4, after school activities, or Minecraft. We have these things that, although Jesus is still there, we just really can't see him. Like, even though we still love him, he's still in our hearts. It's sort of the bad thing whenever we think about Jesus in our hearts. Like, you can't see your heart. It would be disgusting if you could. But, like, you can't really see him. And so, for some reason, we allow all of these things to sort of get in the way. Whenever, the whole time, he's still there. It just happens to be that he's back behind all those things. So, Jared, are you telling me that you are saying you should deconstruct and knock all of these things over? We'll never see him again. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have to deconstruct the priority. We have to deconstruct the order in which this goes. Because if we're not careful, all of these things become the top priority of our lives. Whenever Jesus is still there, we still go to grave on Sundays, but he just happens to be back where nobody can see him. So the truth is we just have to move Jesus to the front. That's sort of a magic trick. I'm kind of proud of that. Don't worry about it. All right. So Jesus, whenever he's in the front, everything else becomes about him. So, like your Twitter, your Instagram, it's no longer about how great your food is or how this is your BFF, whatever. It's about Jesus. And so we find different ways to show Jesus on whatever platform we have. Or Facebook. Like, can you play Halo 4 to the glory of Jesus? Maybe. Okay? So, I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying yes yet. Because I've never played it. You're actually murdering people. Right? Or zombies. I don't know.
People.
Aliens. Okay, fine. Even if there are aliens, I feel like God created them. So, if Jesus is in the front of everything, then everything else is still fine. It's just the central part is Jesus. Does that make sense? You guys follow me what I'm saying? If we're not careful, we'll have Jesus at the forefront of our minds when we first come into our life and that sort of thing. But then he'll slowly get put behind everything else, and nobody see it. We've got to always keep in mind that Jesus is the very front of our lives, that he is everything to us. That's the truth. That's a truth of the matter. So whenever we get to Colossians chapter 3, this is exactly what Paul's talking about. We have to deconstruct this idea that we allow everything else in our lives to take over. We've got to let those things go behind who Jesus is. So Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. If you want to watch it with me, you can.